Hello everyone, welcome to another lecture on reasoning ability and problem solving. For today's lecture, we will study the previous year questions from problem solving and analysis. So let us start with question number 1. The exam is given for your reference. Now, question number 1. In a certain code language, request is written as this number and we will have to find how switch will be written in that language. So first let us see how these are coded. So if you remember, I told you a concept of forward rank. Basically, each alphabet is given a rank in increasing order, where A is 1, B is 2 and so on. Correct? This is your forward rank. Now, I told you a shortcut called AJOTY to remember the forward ranks, where E was 5, J was 10, O was 15, T was 20 and Y was 25. So this was AJOTY to remember the forward ranks. So let us see how request is coded. So if you remember the forward ranks, R is 18, E is 5, Q is 17, U is 21, E is again 5, S is 19 and T is 20. So these are my forward ranks. So if I look over here, if I add, let's say 2 in my forward ranks, I'll get a number 22, then 21, then 7, then 23, then I'll get 19, then 7 and then 20. Correct? If I add 2 in my forward ranks, this is what I will get. But over here we see 20, 21, 7, 23, 19, 7 and 20. That means that this has been written in a reverse order. Correct? This is how this has been coded. So let us do the same thing for switch. Let us write the forward ranks. So for S, the forward rank is 19. For W, the forward rank is 23. For I, the forward rank is 9. For T, it is 20. For C, it is 3. And for H, it is 8. So by now you should remember the forward ranks. We have done this numerous times. So now let us add 2 in each forward rank. So if I add 2, it will be 21, 25, 11, 22, 5 and 10. Now let us write them in reverse order. So 10, then 5, then 22, then 11, then 25 and then 21. Correct? This is given in, this will be your code. This will be a final code, final answer. And this is given in option number 2. So option number 2 will be your correct answer to this question. Okay. Question number 2. Link is related to chain. So this is a question of analogy. Link is related to chain in the same way as bead is related to what? I can see that link is used to make a chain. Link is a component of chain. If you remember, how do we solve analogies? First, this is the first pair. Link and chain is pair number 1. So what do? We first analyze and find the logic used in pair 1 and then we use the same logic in pair 2 to identify the missing element. So in pair 1, the logic is that link is used to make a chain. This is the logic. Similarly, I can see that a bead is used to make a necklace. Out of the given options, a bead is used to make a necklace. So this will be the correct answer. A bead will be related to necklace, option number 1. Similarly, a link is related to chain. Clear? Now, let us move on to question number 3. Hospital is coded in this format and we have to find the code for medicine. So a question that involves both analogy and coding, decoding. So first let us see for hospital and this. So I am writing the forward ranks. H is 8, O is 15, S is 19, P is 16, I is 9, T is 20, A is 1 and L is 12. This much we know? Now, J is what? J is 10. Correct? J is 10. L is how much? L is 12. W is 23. Let me write it like this. The forward ranks 8, 15, 19, 16, 9, 20, 1 and 12. J is how much? J is 10. This is 12. 10, 12. Then W is 23. Correct? So 23. K is how much? K is 11. 11. O is 15. 15. M is 13. 13. I is 9. And C is how much? 3. So these are my forward ranks. Now, if I look at the logic, I can see from 8 to 10, we are going 2 positions forward. From 15 to 12, we go 3 positions backward. Similarly, 19 to 23, we move 4 positions forward. 16 to 11, 5 positions backward. 9 to 15, 6 positions forward. 20 to 13, 7 positions backward. 1 to 9 is 8 positions forward. And similarly, 12 to 3 is 9 positions backward. So this is the logic. Plus 2, minus 3, plus 4, minus 5, plus 6, minus 7, plus 8, and then minus 9. So similarly, we'll do the same thing for medicine. So medicine first, let me give them forward ranks. So M is 13, E is 5, D is 4, I is 9, C is 3, I is 9 again, N is how much? 14 and E is 5. So it is 13, 5, 4, 9, 3, 9, 14 and 5. Correct? Now, we have to do plus 2 minus 3 plus 4, plus 4 minus 5 plus 6 minus 7 plus 8 minus 9. Correct? We have to do this. Now, if I do this, 13 plus 2 will give me 15th position, 5 minus 3 second position, 4 plus 4 8th position, 9 minus 5 4th position, 3 plus 6 9th position, 9 minus 7 second position, 14 plus 8 will give me 22 position. Now 5 minus 9 will give me what? It will give me 4 position. It will give me minus 4 basically. So minus 4. So if you have something like this, A, B, C, D, E and X, Y, Z or V, W, X, Y and Z. So I told you the concept of looping. So if I have to move 9 positions back from E, it will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'll get over here and V is 21 position. So 9 positions back from 5 will give me 21 position, that is V. So V is fixed. Now at 15th, we have O. This is B. This is H. This is D. This is I. This is again B. And 22 is V. So we have O, B, H, D, I, B, V, V. This is our final code. And this is given in option number 1. So option number 1 will be your correct answer to this question. Clear? Now, let us move on to question number 4. So statement and conclusion. United Nations has adopted 21st June as World Yoga Day. This has promoted India's glorious tradition. Now let us look at this question, question number 4. United Nations has adopted 21st June as World Yoga Day. This has promoted India's glorious tradition all over the world. So this statement is given to us. We are given 2 conclusions and we have to identify which of the 2 conclusions is true. Correct? So the information is this. Now, yoga is practiced only on 21st June. This conclusion is false. This is incorrect basically, because there is no proof that everybody practices yoga on only 21st June. So this is a very vague statement, and vague statements or vague conclusions are not true. Now, more people are coming to India now to practice yoga. Again, a very vague statement. This cannot be definitive. There is a possibility, but then again, this cannot be definitive based on this data. So based on this data, both the conclusions are false. So in options, we have neither conclusion 1 nor conclusion 2 follow, which is option number 2. So option number 2 will be your correct answer to this question. Okay. Now, so obviously this is true because yoga is practiced regularly, and the United Nations has declared June 21 as World Yoga Day, but this does not mean that everybody will come in India on this day. Okay, question number 5, a question on number series. Now we have to find the word that is not related. So word that does not follow the same pattern as the other words. So very clearly 25 to 28 is what? It is plus 3. 28 to 23 is minus 5. I can see a pattern. 23 to 30 will be plus 7. 30 to 21 will be minus 9. So very clearly there is a pattern that each consecutive odd number is being added and then subtracted. So the next logical word will be plus 11. Correct? So 21 plus 11 will give me what? 32. And over here we have 33. So this is the term that does not logically fit in well with the other terms. Hence our answer will be 33, which is option number 2. So option number 2 will be the correct answer. Question 6. Select the option in the words which is related to the same words like fatigue and rest. So I can say that if you have fatigue, you take rest. This is the relationship between fatigue and rest. So let us see. If you have food, you take hunger? No. If you have water, you take thirst? No. If you have darkness, you take night? No, does not logically follow at all. So, if you have a disease, you can take a medicine. So, if you have disease, you take medicine. So, this is the only option that logically follows. Hence, option number 3, disease and medicine will be the correct answer. Okay? Now, question number 7. We have to select the option that will fill in the blanks. So, now, 6 to 10 is plus 4. 10 to 19 is plus 9. 19 to 35 is plus 16. And 35 to 60 is plus 25. So clearly I can see that 4 is 2 square, 9 is 3 square, 16 is 4 square, and 25 is 5 square. So we are adding subsequent squared number. So the next number will be 6 square. 6 square is 36. So over here we'll add 36. So if I add 36 and 60, I'll get 96 as the answer. So option number 4, 96 will be the correct answer. Clear? Now, question number 8. Again a question on number series. 7 to 16 is plus 9. 16 to 40 is plus 24. 40 to 84 is plus 44. So I can clearly see a logic over here. So whenever I told you that whenever we see a question like this, try to draw a diagram. So let me draw a diagram. This is the missing number that we have to find out, and 252. Let us leave 252 for a little while. So 6, this is 9, this is 24, and this is 44. Now difference between these two is how much? This is 15 and this is 20. And difference between 15 and 20 is 5. So we have broken it down to the least number. This we have already discussed. So now I'll add 5. So 20 plus 5 will give me 25. So 44 plus 25. This will give me how much? 44 plus 25. This will give me 69. And 84 plus 69 will give me 153. So this is tentative. Now let us see whether it logically follows with 252 or not. So if I add 99 in 153, I'll get 252. 153 plus 99. So yeah, I'll get 252. Now 69 and 99 has a difference of 30. This has a difference of 5. So if I put 153 in this place, everything will be logically correct. So my answer will be option number 3, 153. Okay, this This is your question number 8. Now, this question is a alphabet series question. X, U, P, M, and then we have to find out. Now, in this question, let me give them forward ranks. So, if you remember the forward ranks, this is 24, this is 21, U is 21, correct? P is 16, M is 13, and E is 5. So, 24 to 21, I can see we are moving 3 positions back. This we are moving 5 positions back. This again we are moving 3 positions back. So, -3, -5, -3. Let us see if it is repeating. If I move 5 position back, the position will be 8. And from 8 to 5, again we are moving 3 positions back. So, 8th position we have H. Correct? So, if I put H over here, it will logically follow from the previous term as well as the next term. So, the correct answer will be option number 2, H. This will be your correct answer. Okay? Question number 10. We have to find which of these following symbols can be changed in this position to make this equation true. This is a question of mathematical operation. So, let us try with option number 4 first. So, in option number 4, 18 divided by 9 minus 14, this will be 1, into 37 will give me 4. So, here I can very clearly see that anything into 37. First of all, this will be 2. So, 2 minus 14 will give me how much? Minus 12 into 37 can never be equal to 4. So, option number 4 is not correct. Correct? Now, let us check with option number 3. So, we have already eliminated option number 4. Now, let us check with option number 3. Option number 3 will be 18 into 9 minus 14. This will be like this. Divided by 37 will be equal to 4. Now, let us check. Okay. So, 18 into 9, it is 62. 162. Correct? 18 into 9. 162. Minus 14 divided by 37. We have to see whether it is equal to 4 or not. So, 162 minus 14 will give me 148. Divided by 37 should be equal to 4. So, let us check 37 into 4. This will be 2. 4 3 is 12. 148. So, this is correct. So, this will be 4 equals to 4. So, RHS equals to LHS. Hence, option number 3 will be the correct answer to this question. This is your question number 10. Okay. Now, question number 11. Again, statement and conclusion. This is a question on syllogisms. In syllogisms, we use the concept of Venn diagrams. This we have already explained to you. Now, some appliances are electronic. So, if I have to present appliance and electronics, if this is my appliance, some appliances are electronics. I can represent it like this. Some appliances are electronics. Some electronics are tube lights. So, some electronics are tube lights. So, this can be the representative diagram for these statements. Now, let us look at the conclusions. Some appliances are tube lights. So, appliances and tube lights. First of all, if we draw appliances like this. So, if I draw something like this, appliance was here. Some appliances are electronics, correct? Some electronics are tube lights. So, in this case, appliances could be tube lights. So, this is false, but at the same time, this is a possibility as well. So, I'd always told you that we look at the definitive true statement. No tube lights are an appliance. So, over here, this is possibility 2, this is possibility 1, where appliance and tube lights do not overlap. So, this is also false, but this is also a possibility. Correct? Now, I can say that either 1 or 2 will be correct. Why? Because either they overlap or they don't. Only 2 possibilities. So, I can say that either 1 or 2 is correct or valid. So, either of the statements will be correct. So, over here, In option number 4, we have either conclusion 1 or 2 follows. So option number 4 will be the correct answer. Okay. Now, question number 12. We have to select, this is pair number 1. Again, a question on analogy. Pair 1, and we have to select the pair 2. Okay. Now, the first pair is monk is to monastery and knight is to what? So I can say that the relationship is that a monk lives in a monastery Similarly, I have to find the relation for knight. So I can say that a knight lives in a mansion. Will a knight live in a cottage? No. Stable? No. Convent? No. So a knight lives in a mansion. So mansion, which is option number 3, will be the correct answer. Because over here we have lives in a. So we found the same logic. Okay. Now let us move on to question number 13. Question number 13, again a question of logical grids. So, logical grids, I told you that either you can get a 3 into 3 grid, you can get a 4 into 4 grid, or you can get a 4 into 3 grid. This is what we discussed. These 3 possibilities are there for your logical grid questions. Over here we have a 3 into 3 grid. Correct? Now, when I look at this logical grid, I can see that these numbers are certainly big than these two numbers. Correct? Similarly, over here, these two numbers are small and this is a bigger number. So maybe certain operations are being done on these two numbers to obtain this number. Correct? And since it is so big, I can assume that certain multiplication operation is being done. This is my assumption. Now let us check. So if I multiply 15 into 14, I'll get 210. Now 196 is smaller than 210. So if I subtract 14 from 210, I'll get 196. Correct? Similarly, let us check for this. So 7 into 16 will give me what? 16 into 7. If you remember the tables, it will be easier. So this is 112. And if I subtract 16 from 112, I'll get 96. So the same logic follows for row 1 and the same logic follows for row 2 as well. So first operation was multiplication and the second operation was subtraction. So let us do the same logic for over here. Now, in this question, let us say this is x. We are assuming that this is x. So 18 into x minus x, because we reduced this number, we subtracted this number, right? So 18 into x minus x will give me 255. So 18x minus x will give me 255. So 18x minus x will be 17x, which will give me 255. Correct? So the value of x will be 255 minus 17. Correct? So I see that this number is almost 15 times of 17. So let us check with 15. Because the last number is 5. So this will be 35. This will be 8. This will be 7 and this. So this will be 5. This is 255. So the correct answer is 15. That is x will be equal to 15, which is option number 3. So option number 3 will be your correct answer. So this is how you solve questions on logical grid. Okay. Now, here you can see first row, second row, and third row. Question number 4. We have to select the option in which the words share the same relationship in this pair. So this is your pair number 1. So I can see that the sound of leaves is called rustle. This is the relationship that we have to find the sound of the first element. The sound of leaf is called rustle. Now the sound of jack is called what? Is it roar? No, it is howling. A jackal howls. Similarly, roar is for a lion. Now, bells ring. That is the sound of bells. Bells ring. Similarly, the sound of drum is definitely not jingle. The sound of a rain is called pit-pat, or it can be called pitter-patter. So the sound of a rain is either called pit-pat or it is called pitter-patter. So option number 2, rain is to patter, will be the correct answer. Okay. So here you can see the sounds. It is called chime, or it can also be say ringing. Now, question number 50. Again, a question of number series. Now I can see over here in this question, this is plus 3. This is minus 5. This is plus 7. And this is minus 9. So again, alternative numbers. Plus 3, minus 5, plus 7, minus 9. So we'll go plus 11. And if I add 11 into this, I'll get 22 as the answer. So my correct answer will be option number 1, 22. That is one way to look at this series. Now let us see, there are two series maybe, 11, 13 and 11. And the other series is maybe 18, 20, and we have to find the next one. So here I can see minus 2, here also minus 2. Here there is plus 2. So the next term will be plus 2, which will give us 22. So same question, but two different ways to get the answer. So answer is option number 1, 22. Okay. Here you can see this logic has been followed. The other logic was also true, that is plus 3 minus 5 plus 7 minus 9, so plus 11. This logic was also true. So either of the logic you can use to get the answer, which is 22. So this concludes today's lecture. Thank you.